Welcome to Life-Changing EFC Talk Radio. I am your host, Joe Guyton. This month's edition features a DVD from an EFC X Factor at Donna Lynn Patakis Family Karate Center in New Jersey. EFC Advisory Board member Donna Lynn is joined by EFC stars Willie Bam Johnson and Thomas Clifford. Bam gives information on MMA's wholesome new approach to freestyle sparring, character building, and dealing with bullies. Thomas shares his white belt story, a conversation with EFC President John Kokinis involving 3 points to improve student and community betterment. Donna Lynn interacts with EFC X Factor attendees about what they want and need to learn. And now, let's join the EFC X Factor.
And this young lady behind us, she's running 2 schools, and if you don't know her statistics, look in the All-Star book. Very, very successful. She's helping, she's growing. I'm delighted to have her as a friend, and I mean a dear friend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Donna Lynn Patakis.
You know, nowadays you can go online and you can do things quite easily. I think you'd all agree. Mm-hmm. But what's so important to me personally about being part of the educational funding company is the relationships that I've formed through it. You know, we all have ups and we have downs in our business. And it's such a great feeling to know that I could just pick up the phone and talk to any of you, you know, and you can identify with me and we can help each other. And to me, that's irreplaceable. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, you know, you always have that backup behind you, knowing, you know, that they can kind of lift you up when you need it and you can lift them up when they need it. So, you know, this is why I love to do these, because I was in Princeton last night having dinner with the gentleman from EFC and Helena, who came all the way from Florida. So she was here. She came into school. Let's give her a little round of applause. You know, you say to yourself, that's commitment. To get on an airplane, you know, leave your husband at home, come over here. And what was she doing last night? She was in my school, and she was observing classes. That's the first thing that she did when she got off the plane, went to the hotel and came here. And I really liked that. I thought, wow, you know, what a great thing to do. You know, you're here and you have focus, and you're ready to build your school. And I'd also like to welcome Greg, who's our visitor here today. Okay, welcome. Do we have any other visitors here that I don't know about? Well, I'm very excited because I have a visitor in the school today besides you all, and Thomas Clifford's here today to help us out. And, you know, in the back of the room. You know, Thomas Clifford has been with the EFC longer than I have, I think. Is that true?
It's been a while.
Yeah. And some people you see and they inspire you. Just, you know, as soon as he walked in the door this morning, I got inspired. When I think of Thomas Clifford, I think of, you know, he just has this plethora of thoughts and ways of putting things and philosophy that I just haven't experienced in this industry anywhere else. Mm-hmm. So I'm really, really privileged and just so honored that you're here today, sir. Thank you. Okay. We also have something special going on after today, tonight and tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. We have Willie Bam Johnson here, which... Who is, sir? Okay. And if you haven't heard, he started something called MMA point sparring. And I just want to give him a minute to explain that to you all. And then tomorrow, his son's going to be doing, tonight at 5:30, he's going to be doing the MMA point sparring at my other school, which I'm really excited about. And then tomorrow, his son is going to be doing a trick kicking seminar at this school as well. So we have 2 days of really dynamic kicking, punching, and we all know the talent sitting right with us right now. Mm-hmm. So if you'd like to just take a minute and explain it, I think that would be great.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes,
sir. Basically, what Point MMA is, we all run martial arts schools, and I know that I will never have nothing against people with tattoos and the way they dress with the lifestyle at MMA, but that will never happen in the front of my school. because I still believe that kids need they need that proper character of traditional martial arts display. And as competitors, we know that it's freestyle sparring, if you really competed back in the day, we all did MMA. We just stopped when it was time to wrestle. The techniques was good, the attitude was good, the character was good. And through looking at those two things and realizing what can we do to ride along the tidal wave of what's happening with MMA, my instructor, Master Brown, said, no, I think we need to bring back this element of freestyle sparring, or bring it together with the wrestling component. There's no submissions, and we call it a wholesome approach to teaching MMA. When we first started it, it was for top-level competitors. If you put in YouTube video Point MMA, you'll see my son and a young man from Kempo last year fighting. They was doing stuff that just blows your mind. Jeff Smith, people all over the world said this is so incredible. And you can see UFC going in that direction now with more technique. But as we kept on going forward, and I started talking to a lot of people at AAU, they said, no, this is for our children. How can we really teach our children how to deal with the pressure of bullying and all that stuff in a safe and wholesome way? If you look on it, that's my little angel. He's 6 years old. His name is Masai. I have an older son who he can fight. He can do all that stuff. I mean, he's just incredible. But my little baby, he will never come up the way I came up. So how can I teach him the pressure and the character building of what MMA displays? Because really the truth of the matter is the people that's going to be bullying them is going to be some kid that's emulating MMA in school. So how can we teach that in a safe, wholesome manner? Well, Point MMA is the thing that we came up with. And right now, if you look at the flash called Max Up with Point MMA, there's a school, the guy has over like 200 and some schools, and all they focus on is fitness with MMA. So now we just did a branding collaboration where it's called Max Up with Point MMA. So all we come in do, we teach the kids from white belt to black belt on just sparring components of MMA, Taekwondo, Judo, you name it, tricking, flipping, all that stuff should be a part of your curriculum if you came up in a real good martial arts school. And that's what Point MMA allows us to do. And it allows us to go into the schools too and be able to, talk to the teachers, build up the fitness components and combat obesity and all those things. And when you look through I also gave you guys a DVD. You look on the DVD, you'll see my little son. He's only 6 years old. He won the World Championships last year, which is hosted by my instructor. And we have events at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Show. We just got a call from Mr. Olympia, which is the biggest fitness show on the planet in Las Vegas. They're bringing it in, and the AAU is bringing it in. So it's just like it's really picking up rapidly. So we just wanted to come and introduce people to it and just see if it's something that we can help you bring to your school to complement what you have. Not teach you something new, but just complement what you have. So thanks for letting me.
Thank you.